Okay, so I think we're back. I was just going to answer some questions in chat while we're waiting for this to pull up, and I did try to fix the audio gain. It definitely is more accessible. Throne Wolf was asking. It does start out more like Civilization, like more like a traditional 4X game where you don't actually have a lot to worry about. So it is, in that way, definitely more accessible. There is a point that you will hit around the mid-game where it feels like you have a lot of stuff going on and a lot to manage, but then you kind of get a handle on it. So it's probably the Paradox game that takes like the least amount of ongoing mental checklists to figure out what you're supposed to be doing, depending on what kind of empire you're playing. Actually, playing a slave empire increases your micromanagement a lot because you have to keep checking your planets to make sure that the right pops are enslaved and none of the ones you don't want to be enslaved are enslaved and all that stuff. Hey, when you get a sec, could you fix the tablet because chat is frozen on here? I think maybe just the Twitch app needs to be restarted. So, yeah, I'll try to mouse over because I know it's something people are interested in. I'll try to mouse over the different army types we get once we unlock them. So we actually can start building in this system now.
Research complete.
We've got colony development speed is always good. Let's get some more influence. Yeah, there are some species-based bonuses to ground armies. Like if a species is weak or strong, all armies generated of that species. Let's turn the music down a little bit here. It's part of the reason I had the microphone up so high. That'll work. Yeah, all armies generated of that species will have that kind of... we have another alien civilization. Early Space Age.
We just have the placeholder screen right now, apparently.
Oh yeah, I forgot to hit my hotkey. My bad. Okay, now you can see the game screen. So, we just discovered a gamma aliens, but we also discovered in, I believe, this system, sublight exploration probes. I actually haven't seen this one before. So we actually are trying to find the probes that we sent out because they have information on them that could be used against us. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, Landcord here has an early space age civilization. They're fungoids, they're pacifist and fanatic materialists, so they might actually fit in with us pretty well. I might try to vassalize these guys. And they have an arid world preference, which is something we don't have, so that would actually be useful to bring them into our empire, especially since they're pacifists. That would make it a lot easier. You know what? Since I haven't really been paying attention and spending my money, I have enough for a colony ship. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I have an unemployed pop here. I am going to... I guess wait until I have enough money to do anything about it. I've been typically ignoring lately these like investigate gamma aliens and delta aliens things because it's one of two things. It's either an actual other an actual other civilization, in which case they will eventually contact us, or it's like space amoebas or something, in which case it's like, yeah, whatever, like I kind of know what they are. I don't really need the technology that you get from them, so oh, this is another empire. Okay, so we have met another empire. They are the Consensus of Thalakeen. All citizens have a voice in our government. Seek to better ourselves. Okay. The way forward lies in our hands. So who are these guys? I wish the game would not unpause without telling me so often. They are a direct democracy erudite explorers, which is a personality type I haven't seen before. So they value exploration and discovery process above all other things. They will gladly trade for the knowledge they seek, but are not above taking it by force if necessary. So they're fanatic individualist and also materialist. They hate us because we allow slaves and purges. Even though I don't use those mechanics right now, they don't like that we allow it. And they hate that we're collectivist. I'm going to establish an embassy here just to try to kind of keep relations smooth between us until I get strong enough to demolish them, which I probably will eventually do if we're being honest with ourselves. Yeah, I do have a lot of starting energy in my base system. Let's see, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I need to start clearing these tile blockers. So those of you just now joining us, I'm basically trying to build a robot empire. I'm going to try to get the tech for synthetics, which is the level 3 robots that can actually be made full citizens. And then I'm going to try to replace my base race with robots, which should be fun and interesting. Alright, give you a job at our shiny new science lab. And I'll start clearing this tile because this guy's about to not have a job either. I'm basically rushing science. I'm a despotic hegemony with collectivist and fanatic materialist. So we're all about the science. We are the purple dinosaur-ish science guys. So I haven't actually done it, Gabe Man, but from what I've heard, you can replace your primary species at some point in the game. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. I'm also running a pretty good influence surplus for the early game, so I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't stick a frontier outpost down here just to be a dick and to kind of secure some of these resources from this guy. Our colony ship's ready to go, though. So we're going to colonize Uzun 2. And for adjacency purposes, I usually go for, although I recently learned you can demolish and rebuild your planetary capital to move the adjacency bonuses, I usually like to, well, I like to build on food, because I want my initial colony pops to have access to food. But in this case, I think I might go for a longer term strategy and just put it here, because then I'm not going to have to rebuild it later, and it's already in a great spot to get a lot of adjacency bonuses once I clear these tile blockers. So I haven't really figured out what the optimal colony strategy is. It seems like there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Oh, my science ship is idle. I'm going to survey along the outside of these guys before their borders get big enough that I can't do it anymore. So I'm just going to queue up a whole bunch of those. So our first colony on Firkish, converted into administrative center. Excellent. We've got another anomaly here. So an interesting discoveries to be made on the surface, just completely nondescript. There's probably something interesting down there. What is it? I don't know. It seems like there's probably something interesting down there. Why are you always hassling me, man? Why are you always hassling me, Overlord Kothax here? Maybe you should just trust me that there's something interesting. Zidlaxi, the scientist, is not happy with being hassled all the time. Betharian power plant is definitely something I like to get early, although since I started with 9 energy in my home system, I didn't necessarily have to. Yeah, I should make an Imager album of all the army stats, because that's like the main thing that a lot of people are asking about, that there isn't a lot of info like on the wiki or anything. Okay. So, located in a remote part of Zel Madrak 5, the science team of the Sijax has found an out-of-place metallic tablet. It contains basic information about a distant system using illustrations and what appears to be a periodic table. Science Officer Zidlaxi has been able to use this information to deduce the location and potential resources of their system. So, I guess that just auto-scouted Stellaris up here. I wonder if we go there if we can actually find more of a quest chain. Let's see. Let's see. Just reading through chat here. Expand, expand, expand. Yeah, that's kind of what I tend to do. I try to get as many planets as I can before the galaxy gets kind of like crowded and I don't have the opportunity to do that anymore. Let's see. Move this guy over here. Build science lab. Let's upgrade our mining networks. I want to go all engineering facilities basically. I'm going all in on the engineering track. Just trying to spend my minerals. When I'm playing on fast speed ed looking at chat, sometimes I forget to do that.
Colony established.
Oh, thank you, Snarefu, for letting me... Yeah, he says he enjoyed my my roleplay as the Lore Swarm. So someone had to be the bad guy, right? Like, that's kind of what I figured at the beginning of the stream, is like... I know a lot of these guys. I've known a lot of these guys for a long time. Let's research this docking hatch. Oh, they got their second colony already. They are getting uppity. I don't know if I like that. I really don't know if I like that. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll be the guy who starts the shit. Like, because I know some of these guys are going to want to like play peaceful and expand, and I'm just going to be as obnoxious and warmongering as possible, which is funny because my main target was Quill 18, so I've got a derelict shipyard here, which is going to give me some engineering if I can actually seize the system before they do. Not getting a lot of good worlds I can colonize in my neighborhood here.
System survey complete.
Yeah, so my target at the beginning of the game was Quill 18, and he ended up being like the biggest warmonger out of any of us, which was really funny. Let's see, better power plants or better ship modules. I think I can wait on the ship modules. Let's see, Epsilon aliens. Okay, so that's okay because now that this empire kind of owns this space here, I'd kind of rather like survey down this way so that they have a huge border spread though. That's annoying me. That's gonna cause some friction for sure. And I guess I should be sending out my construction ship too, because I can start building research stations in this system. Start with the engineering, of course, as we are a race of great engineers. I probably should have actually.
Evading hostile fleet.
Massive subspace anomaly. It appears to be centered on one of our missing sublight probes. Okay, what is that exactly? Is it a void cloud? Yeah, it's a void cloud. So the sublight probes we sent out, apparently before we achieved FTL, are now attracting void clouds, which is great. So I'm going to need to build up an actual fleet before we can explore any further, because we're blocked off in this direction by the other empire, and we're blocked off in this direction by void clouds. So let's research some better armor. Not that armor helps a lot against void clouds, because I'm pretty sure they use exclusively energy weapons, but yeah. He did. Quill learned his aggression from me. And yeah, I learned a lot about combat too. Like the fact that I was so completely defeated when we had fairly even numbers really made me realize how important ship composition is in this game. It's really a core mechanic, and you really can't focus on just like one type of weapons or one type of defenses. You have to have access to everything to really make the most of it. Do we have a lot of... So dense jungle, noxious swamp. Just trying to figure out if these are... Yeah, that is kind of a high priority tile blocker. But I'm going to say food is a little more important right now. Plus 10 food in the early game is pretty... So if another race's influence spread takes over a system, yeah, they get those mining bases for free. They actually take them over, which is pretty annoying. I really want that Viss'Ari stone. I'm thinking I might need to just... Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to put down a frontier outpost here, and hopefully that will push their borders back enough. And then what I'll eventually do is I'll build another one here and then demolish this one, because that's really where I need the outpost, is right there. I'm a little bit bummed I started so close to another empire that's wanting to aggressively expand. Still no robots yet. Still holding out for that robot tech. Deflectors will definitely help, though, if we're going to be going up against void clouds. And anything I can do on my homeworld here? I don't know why these pops keep going to, like... They're just like, we're gonna... Hey, Mom and Dad, we're gonna go move out to the valley where there's no jobs. And it's like, well, why don't you go to Society City and get a job in the society research industry? And they're like, no, I think we're just gonna go live out in the valley and not have a job. That's their logic there. Not really understanding it that well. Yes, I believe you can. I believe you can recruit armies in a sector. You can. I mean, I could make a sector real quick and check it out, but it would be kind of a waste of influence. I think you can pretty much build or do most things that you can on a normal planet in a sector, except for managing the planetary surface. Because you can definitely build spaceports. You can definitely build ships. Mineral processing. Maybe we want to get destroyers first, but that's 3 times as expensive. So let's... If there's like a tech that's cheaper that you know you're going to want eventually, I usually go for that before I go for the really expensive ones. That's kind of my philosophy anyway. So we have pirates up here now. I just need to start cranking out ships. I usually try to wait as long as I can to build a fleet because I'd rather have an economy established first, but this is like we got void clouds, we got pirates, they're camping our minerals. We really just need to churn out some corvettes and make it happen. Let's see. Orbital hydroponic farms are very good for starting off colonies. How strong are they? It's actually a pretty weak pirate fleet. If they camp next to their station, that could be a problem, but we might be able to lure them off. I don't know if I can see what they're actually using. I think it's probably missiles, but yeah, we'll just build up a fleet real quick and probably get it up to like 300 and then go deal with it, as they say on the hydraulic press, the hydraulic press channel. Beryllium, I haven't really used all that much. It does give you a bonus to your weapon damage, but I wouldn't consider it a high priority tech. Actually, powered exoskeletons would be great right now, because we could definitely use plus 5% minerals. Was there a border range tech? If there was, I totally missed it.
Research complete.
Yeah, there it is. Let's go ahead and... Oh, but I lost my progress. Whoops. Okay, well... It's alright. We're not playing 100% optimally here. But, is that level 2 deflectors? Yeah. Let's go... research alternatives first. So fighters and bombers, from what I can tell, they're kind of like missiles that like stick around and shoot at things. So they can be shot down by point defense, but as long as they're not, they'll just kind of keep plinking away. So it's basically like a missile that is persistent until it's shot down, more or less, and keeps doing small amounts of damage. Also, my keyboard is freaking out right now. This is a super old keyboard. I really need to get a new one. Mining network or mineral processing plant. I guess we'll go with the mineral processing plant. I'm not getting any of the industrial research I want. I'm actually wondering if I can recruit a scientist who has more of a chance of... Okay, so we have an unidentified empire who has declared our neighbors as their rival, so we might actually be able to find an ally here. How's this front... Oh yeah, I can't build the frontier outpost yet because pirates are camping it, so now they're just slowly swallowing up more territory, which is great. Corvettes. I'm going to need at least 2 or 3 more of these before I want to go take on the pirates. Yeah, it's not disconnecting a USB device, it's actually just that my keyboard is crappy and it turns on and off randomly. Yeah.
Construction
let's build up to 300. That's a nice round number.